So as many of you know, DE announced Crossplay at TennoCon 2021. And it is now February, and people are still wondering what's up with Crossplay. Did it happen yet? Where is it? All that stuff. So I kind of want to address that. And I do want to address what's probably going to happen to the market as far as like platinum prices and all that stuff if, when Crossplay winds up happening. So first and foremost, DE actually went and mentioned that they're working on it. It is a very difficult thing for them to do, and it's going to take a while, and they really want to make sure that they're not going to mess it up, because people might wind up losing their accounts if they mess it up and try to rush through coding it correctly. So with the whole process of Crossplay, they basically, in one of their dev streams, and I'm totally like summarizing what they said, they basically, in summarization, said, shut the hell up about it. Stop asking. We know it's the most important thing you all want. It is the most important thing we are working on right now. But it is going to take a long time, so stop asking about it. It's basically what they said. Basically. Maybe I put a little heavier twist on it than we should have. But when Crossplay happens, let's get into the market and all that stuff. And by the way, I'm live every day on Twitch where you guys can actually earn free Warframes, weapons, or mods. Stop by my Twitch channel. You heard that correctly. And ask me about how the free stuff works. It's a cool system. A lot of you guys like it. And it seems that only like children with no patience tend to hate it. There is a real important reason as to why it is the way it is, but a lot of you tend to like it. So adults or mature people, come hang out on my Twitch channel. Anyway, so when Crossplay happens, this is what's likely going to wind up occurring, is that because there will be an influx of people playing the game all together across all platforms, we are probably going to see a drop in price for most platforms. Now again, Crossplay means everything is together, but remember, everybody is coming from a different platform when Crossplay winds up happening. So what's likely going to happen is because there is such an increase in the amount of items that exist for everybody to potentially get from trade chat, there'll be a lot more competition. So things will probably get cheaper for like PC, for Xbox, and for Switch. For PlayStation, maybe prices will go so low that everything even gets cheaper on PlayStation 2, but PlayStation currently has some of the cheapest prices in the entire game. So what is also potential to happen is that while everything else drops on all the other platforms, things might actually stay the same or go up a little bit on PlayStation. Because if PlayStation's already really low and everything else is dropping to their level, but let's say it doesn't get to their level of low, then that means that everybody that's been collecting things on PlayStation is going to be able to sell at a profit. Whereas for PC, Xbox, and Switch, you guys would kind of be selling at a loss of the average that you're used to. So ideally what I would recommend is, if you're on PC, if you're on Switch, if you're on Xbox, when Crossplay happens, because prices most definitely will drop. I don't know by how much, but they most likely will. At that point, it has become a buyer's market for you guys. You want to buy everything you possibly can. If prices wind up going up a little bit for PlayStation when Crossplay happens, then it becomes a seller's market. So you guys will make more platinum that way, selling it to everybody on the other platforms. And this is if, food for thought, Crossplay doesn't necessarily mean that there is going to be like cross-trade. I think we all just expect it. And let me know in the comments down below, like, do you expect there to be cross-trade? How will you feel if there is no cross-trade? Like, are you gonna lose your mind? And just any thoughts or whatever you guys got about how the whole cross-trade thing. But if PlayStation so when cross-trade happens, if prices go down, but not as low as PlayStation, PlayStation's gonna want to sell. You guys are gonna want to sell a lot of stuff. Just whatever you're gonna make a profit on, you want to sell it. The other platforms, you guys are gonna want to buy. Now, what's gonna happen after that? So let's say my prediction, and this is a very broad prediction because we don't know. We don't know exactly what's gonna happen. But let's say that Crossplay happens, prices get all out of whack for everybody, and sooner or later, you guys got to realize that the community is going to be working together as a whole. Sooner or later, we're all going to get used to the fact that we're all on crossplay and we're all basically, you know, playing the same game. Everything's the same. It's just people on different platforms. And we're going to all come to the conclusion that, oh yeah, you know what? This is what this should cost. This is what this should cost. Like all the items in the game that are tradable, we're all going to come to a conclusion as to what everything is supposed to cost. So how long is it going to take for all the prices to rebalance themselves out? Well, I think it would be a miracle, an absolute miracle if it happens within 3 months. But if it winds up happening in like 9 months, that's probably kind of average, maybe a year, but 18 months, it would be crazy if people haven't come to an agreement on like what prices really should be costing across, you know, like, well, I mean, like I say across all platforms, but like realistically, all platforms are now operating with each other. So there's like this balance that has to be created. And I feel like 18 months is a really long time for people to not get their crap together about like agreeing on what things should potentially be costing in this game. So for those of you that are on either PC, Xbox, or Switch, immediately when crossplay happens, it's most likely going to be a buyer's market if there's cross trade. And for those of you that are on PlayStation, it is most likely going to be a seller's market as long as prices go up by a little bit. And then, like I said, give it 3 to 18 months to see things balance out. And at that point, those of you that got in on this should be able to pull off, like, I don't know, a decent amount of platinum on the items that you guys had pulled. Because a lot of Warframe, and I've made videos about this before, if you guys are new to Warframe, or if you're, you know, like curious about learning how to be like a trade chat god in a sense, I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. You guys can totally just binge. The more you watch, the easier it's going to make plat. I myself can average about 10,000 platinum a week when the game's not on a little rut like it is right now, but like when players are actually around and super active and all that stuff, I'm averaging about 10,000 plat a week. And I've got a lot of you guys that have binged my series say that now you can earn 10,000 platinum a week, and that's even for PlayStation, which is impressive. So binge my plat videos on this channel. Again, I'm live every day on Twitch where you guys can actually watch Warframe, learn about it, ask me questions whenever you want in real time, and earn free Warframe's weapons and mods. Just type !free when you get to my channel. But that being said, check out any of my other videos. I love your faces. I'll see you all in the next one.